With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. Here we go. We should be live. Hold on a second. I got to put some screens up on here. There we go. We should be live, feeding out to the folks right now in the YouTube world. Walter, can you hear us? Oh, he's muted. Walter somehow, yeah, Walter's muted. But I think everyone else can hear us, so that's how it goes whenever there's a guest. Last week, everything was fine. It was just the three of us. Whenever there's a guest, what will happen will happen. All right, so we are live. Erik, I think this is your first time. I know this is your first time on the show. So we've got Erik, who is the CEO, Erik Jacobson, who's the CEO of the new Bushmaster Firearms. So we do this thing called jazz hands, Erik. Doesn't matter how. Yeah, it doesn't matter how macho you are. We're taking it back from the terrorists. There you go. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on because we are live. This is episode, let me see, I got to remind myself, 1073 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Like I said, my guest is Erik Jacobson of the new Bushmaster Firearms, and we're going to be talking about their 22 ARC, or ARC, as Patrick is going to remind me probably a bunch of times, 22 ARC pistol that they have out. I don't think that's the full name either. So welcome to everyone out there. Erik, welcome. BabyFace, welcome. Walter, welcome when you can figure out what's going on while your microphone's muted. Yeah. So at some point, Walter will figure it out. And what's up to everyone who's out there? How's everyone doing?
Good.
There you go. Walter says he's doing good. Everyone's out there. You guys, let us know if you have questions for Erik. Just start putting them in the chat now. Shout out to everyone who's out there joining us. As you guys come in, smash the thumbs ups. I see the Jade Grew is out there. C-Bolus is out there already. Shooting Gallery, Annie as well. And, we'll take the comments and questions and stuff after we get through just the basic part of the intro here. I want to start on Erik, and let's go to him. Erik, welcome to the show, man. First time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. And if you want to explain to the people, just like tell the folks out there, who you are, how you came to be the CEO of Bushmaster Firearms.
Well, so I'll start with Bushmaster. We purchased the Bushmaster brand out of bankruptcy in 2020. So we've been operating out of Minden, Nevada. Actually, we were in Carson City, Nevada for a period of time, but now we're in Minden, Nevada, a very red state. And we're going back to our roots with the Bushmaster brand. Back in the day, Bushmaster was one of the ABCs and really was an industry leader. And that's what we believe the brand to be, excuse me. So we are going back to that Wyndham original quality and back to what Bushmaster stood for in the product. And that's what we're producing today. Myself, I served 4 years as a United States Marine. After the Marine Corps, I got into this position in June of 2023 and have been operating as CEO ever since then. So just a little bit more than 2 years.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And Erik was telling me before we started, Patrick, and before you joined, that he met me when he was like in high school or something.
I did. And not to convolute relationships, but one of the directors for our company is a director for another company that Hank was doing a video for, and I happened to work for that company at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are we allowed to talk about said company, or we're not supposed to talk about it? Obviously.
Pretty sure they're a sponsor, aren't they?
Yes, they are a sponsor, so they'll be showing up here. But yeah, so that was when I was visiting the factory at Franklin Armory. And how old were you back then? Because I feel really old now. So I'm trying to
I
figure.
believe I was 17 or 18. Right now I'm 25.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And just for the viewers, I was a trigger builder. I wasn't operating firearms. So
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's nothing in Nevada. Well, every time that someone's on from Nevada, we have to go through this. What's the proper way of saying Nevada? Is it Nevada or Nevada?
it is Nevada. And if you say Nevada, I'm going to lose my temper.
Oh, so it's Nevada.
Nevada.
Nevada. Okay, there you go. All right, cool. Yeah, I remember visiting at that time, and I think you were saying it had something to do with the AK trigger back then.
I can't recall. It was such a long time ago. They
Okay.
At the time they had a lot of innovation going on.
Hmm.
So I won't speak on that. But you
Hmm.
were covering something new. I recall.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And then I never met you at SHOT Show because I've been at SHOT Show a bunch. I'm assuming you didn't get to come out to SHOT Show.
No, well, at that point, no. But
Okay.
for Bushmaster, yeah, we've gone out several times. In fact, the last 2-3 years, I've been leading the SHOT Show show. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's too bad that we can't actually communicate with Walter right now because for years, Safety Harbor Firearms was right across from said Franklin Armories. And then even I think because I think how many years has it been, Patrick, that Walt's not doing SHOT Show? 2 years?
3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So at some point, I think I remember him being there, and then Bushmaster was right across as well. Because you guys are typically very close in booth spacing, right?
yeah, in the LE room.
Yeah, yeah, in LE. So maybe I need to get Lola. Can you consult with Walter, see what's going on over there?
He's got a youngin in the house that should be able to help him.
Oh, no.
No?
Yeah, Walter's saying no. Yeah, so I'll see if I can get Lola to help out there. Patrick, any questions here before we get in? I know there'll be questions from the
There's
folks
only
in the
one question,
audience.
and
Oh,
I'm going to
boy.
wait for somebody in the audience to ask it, because that's rude of me
Oh,
to just...
you don't want to start trouble. Okay.
Everybody knows what the question is, and I'm going to let the audience ask it.
And you don't want to be... Jade
Only
Grew,
one question.
Jade Grew says Walter needs to get a whiteboard.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. We'll see. Okay, it looks like Lola is calling him over there. All right, so the big thing we are here to talk about, Jay, and we can talk about whatever you want to, whatever the folks want to, whatever people want to talk about. But we are here to talk about I have it right here. The Bushmaster 22 ARC pistol. I think, what's the actual name of this? Because I was looking it up. I think it's got a longer name, right?
It is the V Radicator, so it's part of our V Radicator series, and it is the 22R pistol.
Oh, okay. There you go. And I can give you guys. Let's see. I'll try to go full screen here so we can get a bigger look at, or a better look at it here as we get into it. And there is a video that has been turned on today with myself, BabyFace P, Walter, all of us shooting this gun right here. And actually, this is all thanks to BabyFace, by the way. I don't know if BabyFace wants to tell the story of how this video came to be.
I needed. We can't get into specifics, but I needed something for one of my rifles. They had it, and because of that,
Right.
the relationship flourished.
Right. Yeah. So, and I think it's a good thing. Do you have some opinions? Let me take myself off of this screen here in the background. Sorry about that. Do you have some opinions you want to share with people, Babyface? Yeah.
On what?
On the gun. You shot the gun.
It's interesting. It shoots very flat. It's not what I would create, but it is an interesting flat little shooting coyote gun is what I would probably call it.
Oh, okay. And Eric, how did the gun come to be? How did this gun come to be? What's the whole impetus behind it?
So it's a part of our V Radicator series. It's designed for varmint hunting. It's a pistol that you could still reach out to 500 yards. With all the creature comforts of a pistol. And now, being with my Marine Corps history, being a marksman, having the comforts of a pistol and being able to hit your target extremely accurately from a distance is cool. And quite frankly, ours is the cheapest on the market. With an MSRP, let me pull it up here.
Yeah. So this is up on the websites as of right now, right?
It should be. We are announcing this today, so
Oh, okay.
it will. If not, it will be soon. But we're just a little north of $1,100 at a 11 54.95. So
Okay.
it is a Bushmaster. It is reliable, and this gun really is accurate, and it's a joy to shoot.
Yeah, I think that's a better number than I thought it was going to be, right, Patrick?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. In the video, we were talking about it, and there was a discussion, like, exactly what's it going to be. I think we were saying it's going to be a lot more expensive than that. So I'm glad to see.
We weren't sure.
Yeah, we weren't exactly sure. At the time we were making this video, this gun was not out yet, right? So what we got was like a T&E. But guns are out now, right? They are out in stores, etc.
We will be shipping September 1, so pre-orders are out now.
Okay, pre-orders. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the gun stores out there, if people are looking for it, they'll be winding up in the gun store soon.
Yes, sir. The best way to get all the information on the firearm is just to visit bushmaster.com. We have all the specs and information. Any question you could ask, the answer is there.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. Okay, we're trying to get Walter back in here. Let's see. Walt, can you hear us now? Can you talk? Nope. You are muted for some reason. Something that you have is muted on your end, Walt.
He's probably not muted. He probably has the wrong microphone input or something.
Yeah, he's probably got
headset. Well, his headset's working because he can hear us.
Yeah, he can hear us. We just can't. Before I could hear him when he first came in, I could hear him. So yeah, I think he changed the settings on his microphone. That's what's going on there.
One more thing, touch base on that MSRP. Not to name names, but from what I have been able to research, we're the cheapest pistol in this caliber on the market.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tony, any of the ARCs tend to be fairly expensive.
Yeah. So I think one of the things we should probably talk about is, where does this caliber even come in? I think I've got. You guys were nice enough to send us some ammo, which is nice, so we can actually shoot it up. And we've got the Hornady match here. So where does this ammo come into play? Let's talk about that. Let's start that here.
Well, I think the Coyote realm is a perfect example of the testament to this caliber. Hornady developed the caliber just recently, I want to say a year or two ago. And, it's very flat, very, high ballistic coefficient. I saw a YouTube video of a guy putting a moose down with this caliber. Granted, he shot it 3 times, and he was probably 100 yards away. But, when you're hunting after, varmint or maybe something a little bit bigger, which admittedly this pistol is designed for coyotes, groundhogs, something to that nature. It's not the energy that kills the animal. It's momentum. So this caliber has a lot of that, and is very accurate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to look up the guns right now. So let me see. I'm under the V Radicators. I'm trying. It's listed on the website. You said, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or will be at the end of this podcast.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not sure it's exactly up there quite yet or at least I'm looking. If you can, send me a link to it if you have one, because I'm looking here on the website. I can't
exactly. Actually has some great data around this, and let me see if I can shoot that.
It's not on the website quite yet, or at least it's not in the V Radicator
section. Yeah. Yeah.
Fumbling.
Yeah. Lola Strange wants to know if ARC is also an acronym or
Advanced rifle cartridge, I believe. Again, it's a new
It sounds
caliber,
right.
so yeah.
say that again.
Advanced rifle. Let me check.
Okay.
Let me double check. 21.
I believe it's
I think it's cartridge.
it's a yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a Hornady thing.
Yeah. So the big thing for me when we were making the video, for anyone looking at that video, is that you'll probably hear me a couple of times in the video saying 20. I think, what was I saying, Patrick? 22 ACR?
22 ACR or ARC.
Yeah. I think I was. First, I'm dyslexic, so that's one. And I blame you guys for, there is such a thing associated with Bushmaster, as the ACR. That's not a segue, but there is such a thing, and my brain takes all those things and puts them together. So, yeah, and I know Patrick kept saying, "Okay, it's 22 ARC," so that's why I think Lola is asking about that, if it's an acronym, not an acronym. So, there you go.
Confirm it is advanced rifle cartridge.
Okay, boom, there you go. And how long has it been around?
Again, I'm sorry. I want to say it's less than 2 years. I thought it was fairly new caliber.
Yeah, it's less than 10. I don't know if it's less than 5, but it's from what I understand, it's one of the ideas that Hornady is running with to take what normally would be a 308 size cartridge and try to shrink it into a AR-15 size caliber, so you can use it in standard magazines. So I believe this one they're trying to match, or it might be 6mm ARC might be the one that they're trying to match 22-250, and I think the 22 ARC is another one of those larger calibers that they're trying to shrink down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jade Grew says, "I've never heard of 22 ARC. Can you use regular 22 LR in a 22 ARC?"
Not even close to the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
22 ARC is a big caliber.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any 22s right at hand, but yeah, it's a big bullet.
It uses a 6.5 Grendel magazine, just to give you a size comparison.
Yeah, so this would be closest to 6.5 Grendel. What are we saying here? Like neck down?
Or 22-250, it's kind of the replacement of that round. It's a more.
This one is the 22-250, right?
That looks like 22 ARC.
Yeah, 22 ARC. 22 ARC is they're aiming to get it to be 22-250, and I think 6mm ARC is a slightly different thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first I heard about it was 2 years ago. So from my recollection, it might have been out sooner than that, but that's what I recall.
Yeah. So I think from us shooting it, my opinion is that it's actually pretty cool. I'm guessing at this point it's very expensive because this stuff we were shooting is not like, range ammo or anything like that. So it's kind of expensive, but very flat shooting, very low recoil, even in a shorter barrel gun like the pistol that we were shooting.
Yeah, it's a very interesting caliber. I like the high ballistic coefficient it has. Being a shooting pistol, you hit your target accurately, and being able to hit your target at a distance again with the creature comforts of a pistol is pretty cool, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the only the negative that we saw in the beginning when we first got it out here, we were shooting it, is there's a big old muzzle. This thing right here. Yeah.
There's a break on the end.
Yeah, this break right here is bodacious.
It works. It does work.
Yeah.
Don't stand next to it.
Yeah, very low recoil and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was, moving some air right there. I mean, it's pretty painful. And once we got the Mutta 2 out here and put that on this, it was awesome.
It tamed it way down.
Yeah.
I actually have a Mutta 2 out here, and being that it's a 22 caliber can, it works with the 22 ARC. So something I want to show your viewers.
Okay, hold on. Let me go full screen on you here. Go. I'll
We got
close
20
in.
seconds, by the way.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we might have to take this over
Stand by.
into. Yeah, we'll take it over into the next section here. Yeah, I know it's a little crazy here right now. You know, we're still trying to figure out what's the technical difficulties
Walter
going
might
on.
need
with
a
Walt.
drop and rejoin.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, we are back. Sorry about that, Eric.
All good, all good.
Right, yeah, so go for it. Mm-hmm.
With the Mutta 2, this made out of Inconel 625. They're 3D printed. You got just about 12 and a half ounces, so it's a fairly considerably light can. Your MSRP on this is just north of $600, so cost effective. This thing is durable, I tell you what. It is a fully auto rated can, and the nice thing about it is it's going to take me a second to unscrew it, but I wanted to show your viewers that you can service these baffles, and obviously cleaning, which is a part of service, very efficiently and easily. Let me get you guys a look at the inside. Told you it'd take me a second.
Oh, you're good.
And there we go.
Boom.
So that's what it looks like, and here are your baffles. So very practical can. You got a direct thread hookup, so it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty cost effective, and pretty durable. And that's kind of what we do at Bushmaster. We offer that practical, reliable product. That's going to be that middle of the road in terms of price point, but you're going to get that Bushmaster reliability with our products.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought the can was pretty cool. We put it on a machine gun.
It worked fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked better than fine. I shouldn't say fine. It actually worked really well, and it wasn't heavy, and was super durable. So it was good. It was really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's I know is on the website if anyone's looking for the Mutta 2. That you can definitely find that out there. So I think it made a huge difference on the gun.
Getting rid of the blastiness was a big deal.
Yeah, it made a huge difference. And are you planning, is this just going to be in pistol form, Eric, or are you putting this, if Walter could actually communicate with us right now, he would be asking about, longer barrel, etc. So I'll ask that question for him.
I cannot confirm or deny that a rifle in this caliber will be brought to market.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we were all impressed by it. I know Walter was looking at different, and you don't have to, you don't obviously have to buy a Bushmaster, but I'm sure Eric will be happy if you did. But there are other people building these guns out there, right?
In this caliber?
Yeah, I thought you can get some like 22 ARC barrels, and because all you need basically is an AR and stuff like that. Or no, you haven't seen anyone else building.
No, I have.
Okay,
and that's kind of why we started with this pistol. Now we came out with a 300 Blackout and a 5.56 that's in our Bravo Zulu series. Those are also pistols. So that's kind of where we came out with a 22 ARC as well in the V Radicator series. And really, we wanted to spearhead at least the pistol series in the AR market of this category, because I have yet to see any pistol in this caliber cheaper. Now, I'm sure your viewers might find something, and if so, great. I'd love to see that. But if not, again, we're the cheapest I've seen out there. We're not cheapest, most cost effective, I should say.
Okay, yeah. To put the whole thing together. Night Train wants to know if Hornady is the only manufacturer of 22 ARC, or do other companies make that caliber?
From what I know, it is just Hornady. I'm not sure if any other manufacturers have, or ammo manufacturers have, started to look into it. but I know that Hornady developed, their ballisticians developed the caliber. So it really has been their baby from day one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here, I'm just trying to track and see if there's any other things. So what's the, with at Bushmaster, what is the rollout plan before we get into other stuff here? I'm sure, there may be other questions, coming in for people out there about this, but what's the rollout plan of products? Like, how do you see this? What's the vision of how you guys put things out?
Well, we have really just been going back to that Wyndham original quality. We offer a lifetime warranty on our products. So just getting the brand we have the brand recognition, but letting people know that we're in business, we're in manufacturing. When we started this journey, a lot of people thought that Bushmaster went down with Remington. That is not the case. We, like I said, are operating in Minden, Nevada, and we manufacture. You can visit our website. We are definitely scaling up to bigger products and projects. That being said, just getting the brand awareness out there for Bushmaster. We make various calibers. We have all the way up from a 50 BMG down to 5.56, 300 blackout. We have 450 Bushmaster. Really, any rifle that you could need for, whether it be hunting, and various other categories for what you would purchase a rifle. So that being said, there are projects that I'm not at liberty to speak on right now, and I'm sure we'll kind of get into that later. However, just really focusing on that quality, which is what Bushmaster was done.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess we might as well just get into it now, I think. How much can you talk about when, I don't know if you want to talk about this or not, so let me know. But when you guys got your hands on Bushmaster, what did you actually get? Can I ask you that question? Did you just get the, how can I say it? The rights to the name Bushmaster? Was there any proprietary information, any patents or anything that came along with that we could discuss?
Well, there are some things that I'll have to kind of tiptoe around, but we purchased the IP, so it was an IP purchase of the Bushmaster brand and certain trademarks and registered trademarks. What was the other half of your question? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank here.
So like when you got the company, I'm curious about what came along with it. So was it just just the name, or you got some kind of IPs? Like, because there's always questions out there about the real I don't know how to put it, but the real fancy stuff that folks are looking for, right? Some of it we got lying around here. I was kind of waiting to jump into that after maybe Walter and Patrick got some questions and stuff like that out here. But let's say, okay, I've got...
Just ask it.
Yeah, I got an arm pistol here, for example.
Where's the Bushmaster ACR?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm waiting for someone to jump in.
Hank is just going to beat around the bush for 7 years.
I'm waiting for it, and he's not coming. Either way.
Yeah.
The ACR is not a dead platform. And I know your viewers and many other viewers and fans of the ACR are waiting for those days. I can tell you it's not a dead platform, and that is at all I'm at liberty to speak on right now.
Okay.
But we're aware, and we understand the desire for that product. And any feedback of your viewers and any viewers, comment down below. Let us know. We listen to our customers. We care about our customers. That's why we produce a quality product. So,
so BabyFace P, for the people listening on audio, BabyFace P is holding up an ACR right now. I'll try to get a more close-up look at that here. Actually, let me see. I'll just go full screen to BabyFace right now. Let's do that so he can show off. I know you guys have one for sale, Eric.
Oh yeah.
Or more than one. You got technically, yeah. Well, I think you have this listed on the site somewhere or something similar. Yeah.
And these are Gen 1 PMags, which go along with it perfectly.
Okay. There you go. Tell us about your ACR here, Patrick.
This one came from old school Bushmaster in Wyndham, and it's serial number 928. So it is a very, very old version of the ACR. It has, as far as I can tell, it's gone through refurbishment a couple times because they did have a couple recalls. Old Bushmaster had some recalls on these things. Mm-hmm. I do believe it took on all of those, but yeah, there's some things that I would love to see done with this because I do really, really like my ACR, and everything about them is just extremely expensive.
Is that
hard to come by?
Right? Is that the only thing that you're waiting for, or there's...
From Bushmaster?
Yeah.
I'd love to see an arm pistol because I do actually want an arm pistol. If you guys are planning on doing the arm pistol,
yeah, I don't know
if that's in the books, but I actually do want an arm pistol, as goofy as it is.
It's an interesting piece of history, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's weird. It's not going to sell to every person on the market, and it's probably going to be a little expensive. But I want it just because it's weird.
Well, I'll plug them. Mm-hmm. I believe there's a manufacturer making one. I'm trying to remember.
Isn't
Old Gwyn?
Yeah,
other Gwyn.
Yeah. Gwyn Manufacturing. Yeah, Hydra.
Yes.
Yeah, and for anyone who's interested, here, I'll go.
Yeah, they're probably going to fill that niche, which is where it's at. There are things on this that if parts and pieces trickled back to the market, it would be a big deal. This being the first thing,
stock.
If somebody brought this back to the market, because I know the company that makes it still probably has the plans to make it, like they have the blueprints. Because this is from Magpul. The stock itself is one of the Magpul things. These things are now fetching enormous money on the secondary market because everybody thought that it was like the best stock ever made. And then for whatever reason, Magpul just decided to stop producing it. I think when Remington and everything else kind of took a poo. But small stuff like that, bringing some of that stuff to the market first would be fantastic.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm trying to... Yeah. Okay. Walter, you're in the green room for a second. So yeah, here's the arm pistol, which I don't know if you have to necessarily come back with this, but maybe something in the spirit of this, right? If that
arm
makes
pistol or
if that makes any sense.
Assault rifle.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the spirit of Bushmaster and Bushmaster Originals, we did come out with the. Let me grab it real quick.
Hold on, I'm gonna go full screen on you right now.
So we went back, again, going back to Wyndham original quality. We brought back the A2, which I know there's a crowd out there for. The cool thing about this rifle, just from a general, view, is you can't hack these sights. These sights are fixed iron sights, and no EMP is going to take them out. So it's a very practical, M16, this is the XM15 A2. And we kept this rifle as period correct as we could. Now, of course, you got the A2 carry handle, you got the chrome line bolt, and the chrome line barrel. And you have the non-F mark front sight. So again, we took every step possible to make this firearm as period correct as we could. And when you shoot one of these, it's just like shooting a piece of history. In fact, I had marched with one of these in the Marine Corps. Believe it or not, the Marine Corps does not get rid of anything. They get all the hand-me-downs from all the other branches. So it was just a drill rifle. However, it had an A2. So there's a little bit nostalgic feel that it has for even a guy as young as me. Now, I'm sure there's more out there that have more experience with this firearm and this platform. But this is one of the retro rifles, if you will, that we brought back out.
Oh, okay. So this is available right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what would this be going for right now on the website? Let's say,
I apologize.
You can just ballpark it.
Just a little bit north of $1,000.
Okay. I mean, that's reasonable, right, Patrick? Like we've seen some similar.
A2s.
Yeah.
A2s got really popular like a year and a half ago, building A2s, and the upper assemblies the rear sight upper receivers are very expensive. Like if you want to build yours out, they're pretty expensive. So yeah, it's not a bad price.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, I know, like Brownells put some stuff out, and some other people, so it can go way over that. So that's great, you know. And I think there definitely is a market for that. I think there's also the folks who just want the weird stuff. So do you think, like,
that's us? So that's the problem with this. This is all of us are AR-15'd out. We want the weird stuff.
Yeah,
I can speak for all three of us.
Yeah, being a Marine, right? Being a Marine, Eric, do you think that makes you just a little bit more practical than the people out there who have who are screaming like, give me an ACR, give me an arm pistol, and there's some other things, in the Bushmaster line that people might be looking for.
People like variety. There's nothing wrong with that. Practicality, there's different uses for everything. I know that arm pistol was used, was it Vietnam, as a pilot, as the firearm pilots would use if they go down, or actually, no, I believe it was designed to shoot out of the helicopter. I don't know what you would call that. I built
the cockpit. Is it? Was it for helicopters in a cockpit, or was it for aircraft? Do you know? I'm pretty sure it was not. I'm pretty sure it was not used much because it wasn't really effective. It's not very practical.
No, but that was its intent, right, with the design. So there's different uses. We got the V Radicator 22 ARC, to loop it back to that. This is going to be your easy maneuverable varmint hunting gun. You could have in a UTV, and as a farmer or something, you can have it in a UTV, and there's a coyote, bang, 500 yards that way. And you still, again, get all that nice, light features of a pistol.
Yeah, I think, we get into this when people talk about bullpups versus ARs, let's say, for example. I mean, ARs are just super practical, right? You can just do so much. You can get a pistol version. You can do shorter barrels, longer barrels. You can do all kinds of cool things with them. But sometimes as a gun guy, when you're just out here for a while doing this stuff, you just want sometimes you want to scratch that crazy itch, if that makes any kind of sense out there. And I think, I don't know, I think it would be cool to see some of that stuff come back. I don't want to torture you about it, but I think that's what a lot of people dream about out there when they think about Bushmaster. Although I'm sure even before, Bushmaster was selling more of the more practical things and way more successful with the practical things.
And we totally, hear our customers or past customers' concerns and wants for what products they want to see come out. And, ACR wasn't, not under our ownership, but under prior ownership, wasn't released properly.
Okay.
And that is not something that at least I intend to do. So I've probably said too much already, but it's not a dead platform. I'm just going to lean on that.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm glad you came on to talk about it. I know it's not easy to come on and talk about things that aren't out yet, and and people's frustrations and stuff like that. Is there? I don't know if you could talk about this. Because Patrick just alluded to it. Is there any Magpul cooperation with any potential things, or is that a thing that cannot be talked about?
I'm going to sidestep on that one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I think a lot of times, this is me saying this, right? A lot of times it's easier to do the stuff that you can mill out versus the things that are going to need molds and things like that. And I see a lot of that going on in the industry now. It's just more efficient, faster to get things out there, even to prototype stuff that you can mill out versus things that necessitate molds. And molds are very expensive.
They are, most definitely. Again, we just wanted to come out the bat, just bringing a quality AR-15, just like Bushmaster did back in the day. And that's what we're doing currently now. And that's step one. And as we dive into other projects, I can say more at that time. But for the ACR again, it's not a dead platform, and we brought the BA50 back.
That one is really cool. I'd love to give that one a try sometime. That's a neat gun.
You can't beat it for MSRP of $6,800. A
Right.
magazine fed bolt action, and it's very comparable on the recoil. I'm a bigger guy, so theoretically speaking, too, being a bigger guy, you feel more recoil. However, it's very well balanced in just every nature of that rifle.
Yeah, I saw it at SHOT Show. I was at SHOT Show briefly this year, and then I got sick. Well, I was at... We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Yeah, at this point, Walter should just come in on his phone. You know what I mean?
It would
just work so much easier right now. But
he needs a remote desktop app set up on his computer so I could log.
So you can log in there.
It would take us more time than anything.
Yeah, at this moment.
Yeah, can he hear us?
I think he can hear us. If he just jumped on his phone, if he just took his phone and went through that link, I don't think he has anything there to hold his phone up though. But
God gave you hands for a reason.
Yeah, because I think he just dropped out, so maybe he's going to do that. All right, Patrick, do you have some questions, comments, or anything like that you want to make here?
No, I want to see the ACR come back. I want to see again. The people on this podcast are AR-15 out. The AR-15 market is like. Everybody makes one. I want to see unique stuff. And Bushmaster had some really cool stuff back in the day. So that's what I would love to see.
Yeah, shout out to everyone in the chat, by the way. I see Chris B is back there in the chat. What's in the chat? What's up?
What price point does it take to buy a 3D printer that prints something like the Mutta? What does that machine run?
Oh, okay. Good question. Inconel printer.
To 3D print Inconel, are we talking like $1.5 million? Or are we talking like 10 mil? Like, what does that kind of machinery cost?
It is quite expensive, and just because of that, actually, I'm going to have to refrain from answering. I apologize. There's some technical secrets regarding this product. But again, that's kind of how it comes to be. It's a very durable product. I think you guys can contest to its durability. I believe you mentioned shooting it on a full auto. Again, a lifetime warranty. If you shoot 10,000 rounds through it, we will warranty it. We will make sure you got a suppressor for life.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have shown, I certainly haven't done it, like a factory tour of Bushmaster yet. Have you done that? Is there any?
We just recently moved to a new factory, or new facility, rather.
Okay.
So like I said, we're in Minden now. So we haven't done that yet. It's on the table if you ever want to come by.
Oh, okay, yeah, but we probably need to do that. And are you saying that your 3D printer? Let's see if we got Walter. He's definitely not muted now.
Me. Can
you
hear me?
Yeah, there you go. He's here. Yeah. So is this not an off the shelf machine? The 3D printer.
Again, I'm sorry. It's something I kind of got to keep close to my chest.
All right.
But it's a pretty cool device.
Yeah. So if we came to do a factory tour, we would not be seeing it anyway.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it was worth asking. By the way, so here's something that I wonder a lot. Let me see if I could show. Can you see this logo in here? Do you ever get this question? What happened to that logo?
The arm pistol logo.
Yeah.
Well, logos go through, rebranding, and
Mm-hmm.
that actually had happened before our ownership.
Right.
And now it's the M4, I believe. Yeah, I should know this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's no longer the arm pistol.
Oh, okay. So, I love it. So I think that obviously makes it like very classic, right? For the folks out there, this is now frozen in time. Basically, that's what we're saying, right?
I'm
You'll
sorry,
never,
turn it.
you'll never ever see
That's what happens when it's
the the arm pistol logo ever again. But that doesn't mean there won't be cool logos coming out.
cool.
I don't know. Walter thinks that doesn't really matter to people. I don't know. Maybe I'm just silly, but
Well,
yeah.
with the difference in the firearm, no longer the arm pistol, it's got a slightly different illustration on the snake as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, done for our ownership.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Walt, you haven't been able to talk for a while. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Maybe that's a good thing.
uh, yeah.
You didn't hear all my expletives trying to figure that out. Then
Oh, I could tell there was some cursing going on.
I pushed every button and selected every switch and plugged
It
in,
happens.
plugged
It
out.
happens, man. If something could go wrong, it's gonna go wrong.
I never had that happen ever.
I know.
So
Did you
I know.
did you did you go as far as just restarting your computer? And I know that sounds
yes,
retarded, but okay, that didn't work
yep,
either. Okay.
yeah, it
No.
didn't fix it.
Well, when he
Unplug.
first when Walter say that again, Eric.
I was just saying, unplug it, replug it.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
Well, when Walter first came on, I could hear him totally fine. He just couldn't hear me.
Yeah, and
Um,
then
yeah, then I think he could hear us, but his microphone wasn't connected.
yeah, I could hear everything was saying.
Yeah,
And you're saying, no, you probably changed something. I was like, I didn't say the damn thing. Come on.
yeah, yeah. If I had a strangle button, I would have try to. I'll press the. Let's see, strangle some sense into Walter button. Ah.
And you see how much I use this phone for the stuff. Like this is so primitive.
Yeah, like a savage, like a savage.
Like a
Okay.
savage. Yeah.
Did you have any
Okay. Anyways,
questions? Yeah. Did you have any questions, comments, or anything like
what
that?
what was the inspiration behind the choosing of the arc caliber? Is there a purpose like California? Or is there some other meaning we don't know of, or something like that? Or
No, it's a pretty straightforward firearm. I just, again, me being a Marine, liking to not have to carry a big gun. I carried a machine gun in the Marine Corps. So not having to carry a big gun, but being able to accurately hit your target from a distance. That was the aspect behind it. Giving
okay.
something a little bit more maneuverable for like that farmer that, again, is, uh, patrolling his ranch and sees a coyote that needs getting rid of.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big need, right? Coyotes,
Hmm.
hogs. It's a big thing.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it could work just as effectively on a deer.
Right.
It, both the both the arc calibers really excel though when you throw a little longer barrel on them. That's where they're really good when the 24 inch barrel. Then they really cook. From what I read afterwards. Um, so yeah, I get the compactness thing, but I always get these. I make 50 caliber uppers, and when I make short barrel 50 caliber uppers, people say, "Well, you don't get all the ballistic performance out of a short barrel," and it's like, well, it all depends on what you want, I guess, right? So, or what you're trying to achieve. Um, so that's why I was like, okay. So when I looked at the arc calibers, I was like, wow, these things are really cooking if you run the barrel a little bit longer. So, and
Mhm.
accuracy is improved too, by the way. So that's my
Well, you're right. We actually, I'll be transparent. We're going to come out with a rifle here very
yeah.
soon. We let this pistol go forward with the other pistols we announced. Like I mentioned, we have a 300 Blackout and a 5.56 pistol that we
Mhm.
just
Right.
launched today as well. And the rifle, like you said, is definitely getting a lot more ballistics performance out of that longer barrel. It's gonna be an easy 1,000-yard rifle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, and I mean,
I didn't, I didn't,
Mhm.
I didn't
Go
know
ahead.
if it was the choice had something to do with getting into California, maybe because I know you guys try your darndest to do anything you possibly can to bust the Californians' balls over there. So at least Franklin Armory does. So
Yeah.
Yep, Jay is always thinking of how he can facilitate freedom for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So
just thought to myself, the Bushmaster Ballbuster coming soon.
you better you better.
Trademark that.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to get.
Trademark office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
By the way, this is totally left field here. Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yeah,
Howard?
hey, we didn't make those, man, because I know Magpul got into a fit when they saw that. So,
Oh, really?
I mean,
Uh oh. Oh, okay.
done by me to make them, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's an interesting patch.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have any, I know a guy, but
You don't know anybody that's got nothing. Don't talk about it while we're on this
I
podcast.
think Patrick's supposed to have some stuff that.
Patrick is not trying to have Magpul or anyone else come looking for him. So here's the thing I was going to say. So even though we had the pistol, if you look at the video evidence is there. We were freestanding, and we were hitting. I think all that stuff was about 100 yards
It's
downrange.
100 yards. It's 100 yards.
Yeah, downrange, and we were freestanding, and we were hitting those very expensive ketchup bottles. I was looking at the video today. I could hear myself, and I was like, "Why didn't someone slap me or something and tell me to shut up while we were recording?" Because I could hear myself complaining in the background that I had to pay like $3 for a ketchup bottle. But we
Hey,
were hitting them.
My first shot with that pistol, I smacked the ketchup bottle. So
Yeah. It's I think it's
Hey,
like. Go ahead.
you know who had to clean that mess up though?
You?
Deer?
Yeah.
The empty soda bottles and the empty ketchup bottles.
We
Oh.
left it all. Yep.
Oh, sorry. I thought that maybe like some hogs would come down there and eat the ketchup or something.
Oh, there wasn't nothing left in the bottles. That was all gone. The critters ate all that stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah.
You
Oh,
guys are
okay.
in Florida, right?
What was that?
You're in Florida, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You guys got a lot of hogs down there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. You always hear about Texas, so I never knew.
No, we got him. We got him too.
Yeah, there's a lot in Florida. I don't see them on my property, but they've been seen on Walter's place.
Not that long ago,
Yeah,
we were
there's-
driving the main 441 next to the house, and there was a pack of them just on the side of the road
yeah.
because they knew nobody was going to mess with them sitting over there. So
Yeah, I see them around here where I live all the time. But I've seen coyote, I've seen fox even on my property. So
Yeah, and squirrels.
a lot of squirrels. I was, I've talked to Eric about this, offline. But yeah, I think this cartridge was pretty much frappe a squirrel.
yeah, there won't be much
Yeah,
left.
and
Yeah.
with the rifle we're going to come out with, which I got to spare details on how that's going to look and what specs that's going to have. But the rifle we're going to come out with, just like our other V Radicator series or rifles in the series, you got a lot of guys that like to sit up and put a table up and just lay loose on some groundhogs. So it's going to be similar to the other, rifles in its caliber or in its category rather. Keep in mind this is a pistol, but the other rifles in the category, and it's gonna be a fun, almost DMR like rifle.
Yeah. I mean, I could see myself. I mean, even right here, look, it's right here. I could see myself, I should have. I need to put a camera on here and just frappe a squirrel,
It will disappear.
just for the hell of it. Because sometimes they annoy me that
Coral
much. Yeah.
flavored mist will be what
Right, basically what you see. So I wouldn't, I would feel confident, like if I was riding around or something and I saw a hog that I wanted to take down, or I saw a coyote or something, I would feel confident to do it in there. But, I understand like the desire that Walter is expressing to see something in longer barrel. That's coming out. You guys will see that.
Oh yeah, that's inevitable.
Yeah, it'll
Because
happen.
a lot like the guys out west shooting prairie dogs, they cap those damn prairie dogs at some serious distances sometimes too. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's good fun. It's good fun to take out those kind of things, Even like me I've been shooting squirrels with 22. That's probably the worst thing. 22 is so it's dirty. It's always like a
squirrels forever.
Yes, I know it's been killing squirrels for a long time, but it's also not very reliable. I've tried all kinds of different 22. Right now I'm just using bucket of bullets, which admittedly bucket of bullets is not the best 22 in the world, but 22 is just very dirty. I'm shooting it suppressed. Something's always getting jammed up and the squirrels are just running, like laughing at me, because the gun's jammed. That's annoying. Something like this, you're getting them. Like if you're shooting a squirrel and he stops and looks back at you, with this, he's getting caught right there when he looks back. With 22, he just laughs at me and runs off while I'm trying to like jack that 22 out of there.
I think that's operator error.
I don't know. I mean, it's rimfire, so.
Wait, I think you need a Mark 19. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The trick.
We'll bring out the MG42 when it's done, and we'll take care of squirrels that way.
Yeah. Has Bushmaster done any 22 ARs yet, Eric?
So under our ownership, no, we have not realmed into the 22 realm just yet. At this time.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be interesting. To see. All right. Any other questions about that or some other Bushmaster stuff you want to know about, Walter? Since it's your time now, Walt.
Oh yeah. My time holding this stupid phone up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you got to really focus on the conversation we were having when we were trying to see what we can pry out of Eric about.
much.
Yeah. No. He's. Yeah. I can tell that he's related to Jay, man, because Jay, if he doesn't want to tell you something, good luck. Yeah.
Try to be nice about it at least.
Yeah, although I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I touched that poster that you guys both lust over today.
What is it?
It's the original Masada poster, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the original Magpul Masada poster, yeah.
Yeah. So when you went to SHOT Show this year, did you get to see Bushmaster's 50 that they have over there? I didn't really get to.
Yeah, I've seen it. That design's been around for quite a while. It's went through different hands, ending up right now in Bushmaster's hands. But yeah, it's I'm familiar with it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the goal of the archive, and just bringing a cost-effective 50 cal back into the market.
Yeah. Maybe we have to T&E that, Walter, and
Oh, I mean, that's
yeah.
you
know something about 50s, Walt. So Plus, you've got a 50. You've got a 50 suppressor. You're the only guy I know that has any 50 suppressors out. Well, I don't know if Bushmaster's making a 50 suppressor. That's probably a good question.
Not at this moment, but something we're thinking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a couple of 50 suppressors actually. I got 3 of them actually. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a
3
lot
different
of
manufacturers.
Yeah, when Bushmaster makes one of those out of Inconel, that's a lot of Inconel.
Well, the one that I have from Liberty is titanium and Inconel. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's so light though for what it is. I mean, you make this out of titanium. I don't know exactly what the weight would be, but for what it is, it's pretty pretty light and really durable. Oh my goodness! I actually tried to cut one of these in half directly, and I struggled. I'll just say that we did that in for a demo purpose only, just so customers could see the baffles and how that works.
Inconel's what, really high nickel content? Is that what makes Inconel good?
I am not an engineer, but
I think it has like a crazy high chromium and nickel content. That's why it's so tough. And yeah, it'll burn through. If you try to use mechanical means to cut that in half, it'll burn through all of your blades.
You need a water
jet. You have to use like a water jet, basically.
Yeah. But it disperses heat fantastically too, and with the Cerakote that helps.
Yep.
Yeah. So, is there any new stuff that might be coming out we could talk about, or you just don't discuss any of the new things coming out until they're out?
We usually keep our cards close to the chest before we are ready to launch, but I will let your viewers know September 15th, this rifle right here.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let me go for it.
This is a clear magazine and a clear weapon, just so everyone is aware. But it looks better with the magazine. So they will have the opportunity to win this giveaway. This is going to be our ORC Coyote, or Coyote ORC. We teamed up with B5 on this, where they gave us the SOP mod furniture, and then the AMG UH1 from Vortex. So really cool, decked out rifle you got here with the ORC. This is one of our, just commercially one of our more cost-effective rifles. We have it in the standard and the pro.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
I sense that Walter is over there trying to stack some books on top of his of his phone.
I'm getting ready to spring.
Sorry about that, Eric. That was my bad. Go for it. Yeah.
So long story short, this is a giveaway rifle that we will be announcing the winner on September 15th. So if you're not signed up for our email, go sign up. And it's just going to require your email for the giveaway and your contact info. If you're from California, I apologize. This is not going to be eligible in your state, or New York, or any other state of that nature.
Vote better if you're from those states.
And it's no disrespect to whoever lives in those states. This is just a little bit example of, we've been getting into the Cerakote and whatnot, and coming out with something a little bit different, and we're doing a giveaway. So for those interested, go to bushmaster.com and sign up for our email, because we will be announcing this soon. You're getting the first sneak peek at this. We haven't announced this anywhere. So that being said, go to our website and sign up.
All right, awesome. Thanks for showing that off. We'll maybe try to remind the folks of that here later before we get out to check that out. Any comments on that from you guys?
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the B5 stocks and stuff.
The SOP mod, yeah.
Yeah, I have been meaning to get some of that, try it out, but I just haven't got around to it. So,
it's a very comfortable furniture for sure.
Yeah. Now let me do this before I even forget, because I don't know if we showed this in the top, but I don't know if you saw this, Eric, but I'm going to show off. Here's the logo. I change these every day now. Yeah, I put a lot of work into this, and I customize the logos that we do. And in honor of you coming on, so usually Walter is an eagle, right there. See that stoic eagle? And I'm usually represented by a skull with a mohawk on it. And BabyFace is usually a scruffy dog. But in honor of you coming on, we've got the arm pistol, aforementioned. And I guess it kind of looks like a Bushmaster snake.
It's a
yeah.
snake.
Yeah, let's just pretend it's a Bushmaster snake there if it doesn't look that, exacting.
You know,
but
so
there you go.
funny. We were talking about the original logo for Bushmaster, and it had a rattler on it on the back, on the tail.
Yeah, this one looks like I think.
Snakes don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do this like that.
Yeah, this one here that I was showing does have a rattler. It's crazy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual Bushmaster snake does not have that.
Yeah, it doesn't have a rattler. Yeah. So
They didn't have that. So I get it, but
I mean, made by gun guys.
Sure, it looks cool.
Yeah, someone doing that logo back in the day. How old is that thing? That probably goes back to what, the 70s, Walter?
Yeah, it goes back to
1973 was
70.
when Bushmaster started. So
Yeah.
52 years.
Yeah. So, some artist was like, this is going to look more menacing. Put a rattler on there. This is one of those special hybrid Bushmaster rattler type things. I think, where's Bush? I have to go look up, see where the Bushmaster snake was from in the first place. I think it's from, South America, I want to say.
Bushmaster?
The Bushmaster snake.
Yeah.
No, it's a rattlesnake, isn't it?
Not sure.
Wait, the
Not
Bushmaster...
It is venomous. I want
It
to
might
say.
be.
Yeah.
It might be from Vietnam.
Really?
Anyways,
Hold on, let me see if I can find it on Wikipedia. Hold on.
Again, I make guns. I don't know a whole lot about snakes.
Yeah, Hank's pulling up the weirdest stuff right now.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
yeah.
So hold on. Here we go. Lachesis genus. I think I'm pronouncing it right.
How do you know
Lachesis.
that that's the right snake?
Lachesis genus is known commonly as the Bushmasters. It's a genus of pit vipers in the family Viperidae. Member species are found forested in areas of the neotropics. The generic name refers to one of the three fates, Lachesis, in Greek mythology. So there you go. So that's where that comes from.
Where is neurotropic?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's in
That
the
sounds like-
Where the hell is the
Sounds like-
neurotropics? That's the question. Yeah, it looks like South America in this thing. Looks like Mexico, South America.
You're
What's
also Mutta is a snake. I didn't know that either. I didn't realize that that's where that came from.
Yeah.
I try to
So-
keep it on brand.
Oh well,
El
Florida.
Mutta is a type of snake, okay.
I wonder why the southern part of Florida is in there. I wonder if that's natural or.
No.
I was gonna say you
Ain't
guys got a
natural.
lot of snakes down there. Are you in the
Yes,
southern part? I'm ignorant, so I don't know. but
We're all
you
in
guys
north.
the-
Well, we're north. Walter's central.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys got a bunch of pythons down there, from what I recall.
Yes.
We do.
Yeah.
The
Um,
Everglades.
Yeah, I actually saw there was a lady that was the first woman to ever win the Python catching killing competition. Did you guys see that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So that's interesting.
Hank sent
Yeah.
it to us.
Huh?
You sent it to us.
Oh yeah. All right. There you go. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man. Me no like it is snakes. I like snakes and when they're names
Marley.
of guns, but I'm not
Marley
really
hates
big.
snakes.
Yeah. Nevada has a lot of snakes. I want to say.
Killing me, man. It's Nevada.
Oh damn.
I'm
it.
just,
Bad.
Nevada. Yeah, I could never. Nevada.
oh, you're gonna actually get me to nerd out because I really like lizards and like growing up when I was a kid, so I actually know all the lizards in this area. We have these big old things called chuckwallas, and they're like biggest North American lizard. They're that big, and they bloat up when you try to catch them.
Wait, hold on. It's called a Chuck Walla?
A chuckwalla, but not to keep it, take the conversation down lizards, but
Oh no, that's
No,
cool.
let's talk about lizards. This is interesting.
Boom, Chuck Wallace. Are
we got
large.
desert iguanas, zebra tails. See, now I'm geeking out on
Chuckwalla.
this type of stuff.
That's wild.
That looks a Chuck
Where-
Walla
where-
looks like it would make a great holster or
Probably.
like a wallet or some boots.
Yeah.
Some,
Where are you guys exactly? What?
So,
What
do you know where
area?
Lake Tahoe is?
Yes, I've been there. Yeah.
That's my backyard. I'm right down there.
Okay.
On the Nevada
Okay. So
side.
you are touching California, basically.
Heavenly, the resort, is in my county. South Lake Tahoe is also partially in my county.
Do you guys have those pigs out there, javelinas?
No, we don't. So it's funny you mention that because we're really in a forested area. We're not. We're kind of in a transition.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's you got the mountains. The like Job's Peak is really close to us, which is a big climbing mountain for a lot of folk. And that's a lot of pine trees, and then you kind of get in the valley, and it's pine nut trees, and it turns into a little bit more desert terrain.
Yeah, it's actually pretty beautiful out there. The last time, I think the last time I drove out there. No, that's not the last time I drove out. I remember driving out there one time coming out of California, and I was like coming down this beautiful winding road that comes down, and comes down into like Minden, and then the first thing you see when you actually come off that mountain is just farms, and they're beautiful,
It's cattle country, sure.
Yeah, it's very, very nice out there. But I think that you guys got a lot of the tech people moved out there, and
did that ruin that whole area for y'all?
We had a lot of Californians move over here because they figured out they can work remotely, and they're like, "Oh, I love Tahoe. Why not just go live next to Tahoe?" So, like for houses, for instance, that definitely went up. But they have not ruined the area. We live in a really, really cool county, actually. So, like they don't allow.
As long as they don't bring
Airbnb.
their politics.
No, but you could tell the way they drive. They're transplants. That's what we call them. If they came from California, they drive a little differently.
Yeah, and this is not gun related, but I seem to remember a lot of the people over at, let's say, on the other side at Franklin Armory. There's a lot of motorcycle riders over there. Like I know Jay rides, and everyone's son. Too. Yeah, you ride too. Okay, yeah, these dudes they love motorcycles.
We didn't address it, but Jay happens to be my father. If that was not clear. By the last name. So
I could just tell from the way you talk, man. You talk exactly like Jay, obviously.
Before anyone calls it nepotism, it's legacy. That's the way I see it.
Yeah,
I see Walter. Is he trying to flex on us?
Yeah, Walter is showing. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Let me go full screen and go to Walter here. Go ahead, Walt. What are you showing off here?
Well, since I'm on this phone, I can walk around with it, and I'm not stuck out. If I walked out in the backyard, and
yeah, are you looking for some chuckwallas out there? I thought chuckwallas were shoes all this time.
I've never heard the phrase before, the term before.
Yeah,
Native American.
Oh, okay. If it's not a brand of shoes, it should be a brand of shoes. So. Let me just
your own brand.
Yeah, I thought Chuck Wallace was a brand of shoes, but yeah, I
thought it was a game show host.
Okay, that too. Yeah, so I think when in the beginning of the show, Erik was talking about his background and stuff like that. So and you're 25 years old, Erik?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Probably very young for a CEO in the gun world.
I feel like it's young for a CEO in any world, but I'd like to think I'm a little bit more mature for my age. Growing up, immediately going into the Marine Corps at 17, you grow up quick. So, and something that I was privy to that not a lot of people get the opportunity is growing up at the gun table or at the dinner table, rather, talking about guns and just the whole industry. So I've been blessed to have that experience.
So what?
Mine does the same thing.
Yeah. What was how did you wind up, going into the Marines at 17? Was Jay in the Marines? I can't remember.
Ironically, and he doesn't claim any, like to be one of those guys that I almost joined. However, he was thinking about joining the Marine Corps when he was probably my age. And he did not because of my mother. He met my mother at the time and knew he would have to cut ties with her if he decided to go that route. Because Jay's pretty intelligent. He would probably be like one of those guys on a sub who just babysits nukes. But he didn't go in. Marine Corps still got their body. For me, I decided to go in just because I love the camaraderie that the Marine Corps has, and it was the only branch that would offer a title. And I'm very egotistical, so I wanted to say Marine on my gravestone.
Okay.
And it was just college wasn't the thing for me right out of high school, so I wanted to go be a warfighter. Ironically, not to get into my Marine Corps past too much, but ironically, I get in and I sign up from the recruiter station to be a machine gunner, an 0331.
Okay.
And what happened is I got injured, and I had an issue with my foot. They had to go and do surgery, reconstruct it. At that time, they wanted to kick me out. They wanted to tell me that, hey, you're not fit for service. And I said, pound sand, I signed a 4-year contract. I'm doing this. And so I go in, and basically they stick me behind a desk, and I'm dealing with generals and helping them do their travel claims or something stupid. I did get a lot of opportunity to do some training. And unfortunately, we never deployed because of COVID. I was in around COVID, and that just canceled everything. But I remember,
you're only 25, so you got the shit end of a lot of sticks.
Yeah, you were 25. Like my kid, you're the same age as my kids, but you were 25 in the Marines during COVID. Yeah.
I'm taking you for a ride here, gentlemen. It gets better. I actually remember training. They call it TAD, temporary additional duty. We had Green Berets attached to our unit, and I was stationed in good old 29 Palms, California, for 3 years. You know what? It's not a great spot. I'm just going to say it. So doing a training up with them and playing up for, and they taught me how to build IEDs and stuff, and really do some of that high speed, low drag stuff. Awesome training. Right before then, they come in and say, no more deployment. That's not going to happen. So there was a chance for a deployment. After that, it was king. So I go on throughout my career and being a Marine, and Biden's in charge, and he mandates the COVID vaccine. Well, for religious reasons, I decided not to get the COVID vaccine.
Okay.
And I had a religious exemption. I did all the
Good on you.
Fought it for a year. And, whoever wants it, hey, do your thing, man. I'm not against it, but for me, religiously,
seriously, good on you, because they were like my wife's a nurse, and the hospital tried to pressure her into it forever, and I was like, lady, if we have to, we're going to do a religious exemption. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm glad she did, because we have a 2-year-old who is in good, healthy, happy shape, and I think part of it is because she didn't get any vaccines.
I'll keep my personal opinions aside, but you're onto something there. So, long story short, I'm getting to the end of I'm only doing my 4 years, and I'm getting out. I loved it, but it was a chapter of my life, and I was ready to close it. So 4 months before I unfortunately got booted out of the Marine Corps, that's what their decision was. I refused it. They came back. They denied my exemption. I submitted a packet this thick with data and Freedom of Information Act, just a bunch of documents saying, hey, you're violating my rights here. And
absolutely.
All the way up to the Pentagon. My CO had to travel to the Pentagon a week before I got notified I was getting booted. I'm pretty sure it was me. I can't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure I was the stick in the mud that he had to, or the better analogy would be the tallest nail that he had to hammer. Only guy on the base to refuse the vaccine. There was 3 of us. The other 2 caved in. I think one of them was actually a female, so I should correct my statement. But I didn't cave in, and I stood on my religious beliefs, because I like to believe I'm a man of integrity, and
that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
The pressure was enormous for people who were.
Yeah, I remember hearing about
things.
Yeah, armed services members that were going through that, including Marines. Yeah,
Marine Corps is a great organization, and I don't mean to throw dirt on anybody, but my unit in particular did not handle it the best way. And I expected more, if I'm being honest. But I told them, hey, you can't make me do this. I'm not going to do this. And I'm currently in the process of getting my DD-214 updated because they gave me general under honorable. Which, keep in mind, it let me serve 4 months and I'm out, and you could just forget about me. But no, they had to make an example.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. There was it's a different scenario, but I think that same thing was happening even here in Florida, and we're supposed to be a red state. Lola was doing vaccines from the very beginning, and never got it, but the hospital kept putting pressure on her, and eventually they told her, either you're going to have to quit, or every single day we're going to test you and we're going to make you wear a badge that says that you're not vaccinated.
They literally gave her.
Well,
they gave
you know what that sounds like?
well. I said the same thing. Walt.
Hey, having to wear a special badge, doesn't that sound like a Hitler thing?
I think so. I agree with you.
Marley's Jewish. Her mom's Jewish, and I was like, you should make a stink about this. It'll be really funny.
Yeah, they
won't know what to say.
Yeah, they work at the same exact place. And she asked me about it, and I was like, I'm good. Whatever you want to do. If you, I believe if you want to quit, then quit, walk away from it, or whatever you want to do.
That would have been a monster discrimination lawsuit. Sorry.
I think it still can be, because they basically pressured her into getting it, and then a few weeks later, DeSantis came out and said that no one can be pressured into getting it.
The data speaks for itself. It's all coming out.
Yeah, and at that point, she had already gotten it. Yeah.
COVID vaccines were nothing but guinea pig shots. So,
yeah.
I don't care what you've heard. That was straight up guinea pig stuff. So.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I agree with you, Walt. Go for it.
They had no idea. They had no idea what they were doing. None. Zero. So
yeah,
it was all about the shekels. So.
I think a lot of it was about control as well, politics-wise. Even so, for example, there were people in different organizations that just thought this COVID situation's forever. And
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, sorry about that. I totally missed that one once again. And one of the things I would say, like, my kids are in Erik's, age category. I'm not trying to flex on you or anything like that, Erik. I'm just an old dude. But my kids, I think what generation do we put those, like?
They're Gen Zs, aren't they?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. I think a lot of Gen Z believe the government for whatever reason. So people my age don't believe the government. But my kids believe the government up until COVID. Now they don't believe shit from the government.
Hey, what about the ones, it's my body, and they all lined up for the shots. Every single one of these, my body, and they all lined up to get pricked.
Those people are still claiming it's their body. So
it was a bizarre time.
Your body, not your decision.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I probably said too much already.
I would like to see that we have some pushback on that. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Even in a state like Florida, I'm not sure that it's going to happen. Because
they'll never be able to pull it off again. They cook their own pot or dig their own grave on that one. They won't be able to push it off on people.
I think so. I think I agree with
you.
Everybody's a lot wiser now, and if you're not, then go get pricked. But
I do see Gen Z waking up a little bit, though. Because for me, again, I'm not trying to say I'm all that in a bag of potato chips, but I like to think I got a good work ethic instilled into me by the Marine Corps. And gosh, it's so easy to win nowadays. Just got to have good work ethic.
Yeah. Go ahead, Patrick.
It's true. It is true. I'm learning that more.
Yeah.
I think that's been the case for a long time, but yes, I think this is the thing that happened for a generation of people younger than 30 years old that maybe will show them that, But it's always been that, I think, in America, and it will probably always be that.
Every generation needs a wake up call to look at the government and be like, "Nah, I don't trust you at all, not even a little."
Yeah, and then they also just need to see, because I know being an older dude, when the whole thing was going down, I was like, this isn't going to last forever. Why are people acting like this is the end of the world? The world is going to keep spinning no matter what we do.
If it would have been a real pandemic, a real crisis, people would have died on the streets. Nobody was dying on the streets. No one was. The homeless. The funny part is the homeless were with the worst hygiene and the worst suffered the least from COVID. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you eat dirt and live in the dirt, COVID doesn't affect you as much.
Makes you strong. Yeah.
Well, why aren't we
I
attacking...
thought. Go ahead.
You're saying, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, finish, Walt, and then Eric.
When COVID all started, I thought that all the homeless types they'd all fucking drop dead, right? Well, that wasn't the case in this country. The nut jobs and the ones living on the street, you're not going to get a needle in their ass. There's no way. And they did just fine. So you figure that one out.
That's a good point, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things though that go into just overall health, staying in shape, proper vitamin. I think I read a study that 70% of people that got COVID, in the hospitals in the early days of COVID, they were mostly all of them lacking vitamin D, which is a key point in fighting the immune system. And again, this is all personal. I want to make sure that's clear.
There was a couple real simple COVID cures. The ivermectin and vitamin D and stuff like that, but that didn't make anybody any money. It didn't make anybody any millions and billions of dollars. So that was witchcraft. That stuff doesn't work, and that's and people fell for that narrative instead of saying, "Hey, give me the malaria drug that opens up my cells for the zinc to get in," which the zinc is another thing too. And boom. But no, they used it in Europe and it worked fine. So
I got a story I didn't mention when I was exiting the Marine Corps. This is about 3 days before I officially got my DD-214 and left. We check out of certain places on base. One of those places was what we call PMO. And you have to let them know that, hey, I'm taking these vehicles off base. Well, I had like 3 motorcycles and a truck at the time, so I had to give him my license plate info and whatnot. So I'm giving this guy the information. He sees my paperwork, sees I'm getting booted, doesn't see why. So he, out of curiosity, asked me, "Hey, why are you getting? What'd you do?" And I'm like, "I didn't do anything. That's the funny thing. I just didn't get the shot." And he sits there and looks for a second, pulls out a box of 10 different medication. He says, "I have to take this for the rest of my life. They don't know what's wrong with me." And this happened 24 hours after I got the second shot, the booster. And that kind of put my mind at ease, and hey, I get vaccines, that's a whole different story. But that one in particular was,
no, I could tell you there's a lot of people now that have lots of different side effects. I think me included, there's things. I don't know if I want to get like all deep into it, but I think anyone who, and I wound up like when Lola got the shot, because to stay working there, I was like, you know what, I'm your husband. I'll go down that war path with you, whatever, and and take it. So I did it. Now I'm gonna tell you, there's Patrick, you're muted. There's this weird thing that's been happening to me since then, where just out of nowhere, parts of my face will just blow up. And I thought, okay, that's just me or some weird thing that, maybe comes with age or whatever. And Lola was telling me she has another friend that lives in a completely different part of Florida that had the same exact reaction, that after she got the shot, now she's allergic to something she doesn't know, and she'll just, like, parts of her face will just blow up for no reason. Like you're having an allergic reaction. So, and that's happened to me like 3 or 4 times.
You're having an allergic reaction to that shit they shoved in you.
Yeah,
That's what you're having an allergic reaction to.
At the time, I was like, quit. They're not going to fire you because there's a nursing shortage, and 2, if you don't want to do it, quit.
Mm-hmm.
I made enough money at the time. I was like, we'll survive. There's no problem at all. You can come live at home all day and be bored. And she stuck it out, and then finally told him to shove it, and is happy. But she was on the fence pretty hard about it.
Mm-hmm.
My now,
but I very much was like, just quit.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, again, my now wife, at the time we were dating, she was working for the state, and she had a similar situation. I'm like, don't do it. I mean, they'll cave.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a job elsewhere. And thankfully she didn't. But
yeah,
we kind of went on the tangent of vaccines and stuff. I didn't want to go too far down that road.
Oh, no, that's all right. We go on tangents all the time. So tell me, other, like, outside of Bushmaster stuff, what stuff in the gun world is exciting you? Or Patrick or Walter can jump in. I'll see if there's questions and stuff like that from the folks out there. Any exciting things happening in the gun world for you, Eric? Stuff that you're looking at, other than, what you do.
We'll see what happens with NFA.
Mm-hmm.
There's some stuff that I know that I can't speak on, but we'll do some. We'll have a reaction, and a good reaction. Gosh, I don't want to say anything I shouldn't. We'll see what happens with NFA. That's something. That's an area I'm excited about.
Yeah, definitely don't get in trouble on our behalf. We're not going to tell anyone though. It's just be between.
Well, not in. Okay, so
we're not.
So
forget that we're going out live.
Yeah. Forget about your work and all what's going on there. What things outside of your work that you see outside in gun stuff that you go, oh, that's cool. I'm like, that's cool. I mean, because I make, I see cool stuff all the time that I don't make. So
yeah, what are you buying that's not made by Bushmaster or even Franklin Armory? Or are you willing to? Are you not willing to admit?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be very transparent. What is the? I'm trying to remember the model. The Canic SF or gosh, it's escaping me. I just bought it.
I just transferred one of those for a customer. Actually, I did the 4473 for one of those for a customer, and he should be picking it up tomorrow. Or actually, Thursday.
What is it? The race Canic.
It's really nice.
Sorry. TP9SF. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's what it is.
Die hard. But, I got a good deal on it, and I actually like the trigger on it. It's not American made like Bushmaster, but, to have a handgun that, I hope to never use it.
Is it the TP9 SFX?
SF.
Not the SF, but yes.
Not the X.
Not the X. No, I hope to, again, never use it in self-defense. But if they have to take a gun for evidence, that's okay. You can take that one.
I had somebody asking the other day, because I have some post samples here, and somebody was here the other day and like, oh, you should use those in self-defense. And I was like, bitch, you will think I'm going to leave an MP40 to be used? Like the cops are going to take it and stick it in an evidence locker? Are y'all retarded? I'm not doing that. I have a cheap AR-15 in the... It's cheap. I have an old Colt in the closet. If the cops want to take that and throw it in an evidence locker, done. They can have it. I'm not giving up expensive guns.
This all depends. You're in Florida, so you're gonna get your...
They're going to take your gun and stick it in evidence for a while.
Yeah. There's a I think we talked about this on the podcast a long time ago. There was a guy who, his new girlfriend, her ex-boyfriend was stalking her. And I think that they went to a hotel and the ex-boyfriend found them over there. But the guy had, what was it? I think he had a Steyr AUG bullpup. And the ex-boyfriend smashed his way in through the window. And when he came in the window, the guy like, one shot, it took him out. I mean, he got his gun back. Yeah, self-defense. They didn't even press charges. They just like, here you go. So it depends where you're at. Yeah.
I hope to never use it in self-defense, but it's fun. It's fun to think, and it's something I could scratch it, and it's not a Kimber, it's not nothing I got to worry about. So,
did you just say it's not a Kimber?
Well, I think he meant like it's not expensive. It's not expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, Kimber makes good products. So.
Yeah, that's what I think you meant. It's not expensive. I have a Kimber revolver.
Okay.
I have a Kimber revolver, which I love my Kimber revolver. Patrick hates it because, it's a shorty. It's a snub nose. Walter's got the high point. That's his.
There you go. Yeah.
It's not expensive.
They're sponsored, so we're afraid.
Yes, of course. High Point sponsors us. I think they make a good gun for the for the money, for the price of it. But this is like $3.99 or something. From what look at that, $3.99,
and that's street price. You get them a little
that's
cheaper.
retail. That's retail. Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I was shocked with the trigger, and every now and then, again, I don't love that it's not it's Turkish, so it's not 100% U.S. made, but the trigger was all right, and it's fun to shoot. So
yeah, they work really well.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. I prefer to buy an American-made product, but it works. They work.
Yeah.
And the other.
Oh, hang on! Stop it, Patrick! Stop that bullshit. Then sell me that MP40 then, if you prefer an American-made product.
It's American. What are you talking about? I made
No,
it
he's
myself in the garage.
He made it. He just made it.
I made it in the garage myself. It's American-made.
Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses.
Walter is just trying to get you to. Walter is just trying to get you to sell him the MP40, Patrick.
He has one.
I can't afford Patrick's MP40, so.
Walter has one that we just need to.
I have one. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I just had to bust his balls about it.
I'm working on the MG42s next. It's real soon.
I always love the people. I always get off with. I love the people say, "I don't even buy American." I said, "Well, here's a Luger. You don't want it?" Oh well, that's not the same.
I'm not discriminating when it comes to guns. I'm not discriminating when it comes to guns.
I take all guns in equally.
Yeah,
yes.
all guns are beautiful. Yeah, I can't think of a country that I would say no to a gun from that. What country would you say no to a gun, Eric?
I can. They make some counterfeit Bushmaster firearms in the Philippines. We call them.
Do they really?
They do.
But you know what?
Still, getting produced now?
Yeah, they make them by hand.
Yeah, that's the Filipinos do that.
Yeah. Like poor jungle folk, which that's how they make their money. I get it.
I'm not gonna lie. I would own some of those. There have been some that come into the country.
Hold on.
Like
now I gotta look this up. Philippines.
There are some handmade Colts and things like that have somehow gotten into the country. I would totally own something like that just because they're bizarre.
They do all that same. They do all that same stuff in Pakistan and
I kind of
Afghanistan and all that stuff. Yeah, they're equal opportunity.
I watched
copiers. So
yeah, you guys, Bushmaster should do a video where you go to the Philippines and stand up and look at a guy making a Bushmaster thing and go, sir?
Just don't tell him. Just don't say anything. Yeah. You don't tell him who you are. Just go look at him.
Yeah, and they'll find you strung up in the bamboo out there. That's what they'll find you.
I'm 270, so if they can haul me, sure.
You get slice and dice so fast in some of these places, man.
Maybe.
They won't waste no bullets on you. They'll pull out their knife that they make over there and they'll slice you up. That's what.
Yeah. Have you what kind of Bushmasters have you seen made like this, Eric?
In fact, I don't know if these ones were made in the Philippines, but I've responded to ATF agents be like, no, we didn't make that. I'm pretty sure that's
interesting.
So this has happened recently.
Yeah, and I don't want to divulge too many details
Okay.
just because I know
All right.
there was an investigation on it. But
Right.
yeah, recently, I noticed it, and they, kind of matched. They did a good job on it. I'll be honest. But I know what I manufacture, and uh, there's a lot of detail off. So I was able to tip them and say, hey, I think you got a counterfeit.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a big
Right.
counterfeit trade in guns. Wow. I know like watches and
Oh, yeah.
handbags and
No,
stuff
big-
like
Not
that.
here.
They don't.
There's no big counterfeit trade here in guns.
They don't
Oh.
make
No,
it into
this
the
is in
country very
Mexico.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mexico's going to be where it's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't make it into the States too often, but like, oh God, what was the one I was just thinking? Oh, no, I would love to get my hands on one of those Khyber Pass clear Glocks. They're using like a clear mold to make a third gen Glock 19 or 17. Super cool. Yeah. Look up clear Glock; it'll come up. And they're making them. They
Yeah.
look just like Glock 17.
Don't misspell what you search, okay?
Huh?
You'll get something else.
Yeah, that's why I just hit the search. That's why I just hit the. Okay.
They've brought some. They've brought some
Hold
of
on,
the
let's see.
Pakistani.
That's why I hit the search. Yeah, Pakistani. There you go.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh.
How cool is that?
Okay, Eric, you might be mad, but if I actually saw this out there, I would...
He doesn't own Glock. He doesn't care.
I got a Glock on me right now.
That's right.
Are you guys? Is Bushmaster ever thinking of making? Obviously, the new 22 ARC is a pistol, but you ever thought of making any pistols?
Yeah, handguns, you're saying?
Yes, handguns. Yes, sir.
I think Bushmaster's really excelled in the AR-15. I mean, that's where our lineage comes from. But as the brand grows, keep in mind we're a new company. We're a legacy brand, but we've been operating for 5 years now, almost 4 years. So we're a new company. So as the machine keeps on rolling and we grow and proceed, we're going to come out with new products. Now, if one's a pistol, we'll have to chew on that for a bit because, again, going back to where this brand is known from was AR-15s. But new products, they drive this industry. So I can promise you that we are always going to be vigilant in terms of what can we offer that is new and exciting.
Okay, all right. I think Baby Chromie V over there is asking about when
Guns?
Yeah, when the Bush. Yes.
Let's see the guns.
Guns, Chromie.
My
Where's
wife
the
is probably
Bushmaster
watching
snake?
this
That's
right
what he's
now.
saying.
And I have to-
Yeah. Guns, Chromie, guns.
We'll have you one. If you don't have one yet, go get you one. These are fun.
Guns, yes, guns. We're making sure he knows all his first words of guns. There you go.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the first weapon safety rule?
You ready to go take a bath?
I don't know if he knows any of the safety. Folks, let me tell you about U.S. Law Shield. If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield, and remember to use promo code HANK.
All right, now tell him bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Wave.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, guys, thanks. No, I'm just kidding.
Bye. Bye. Have you? Are you and the wife working on delivering some grandbabies to Jay?
Well, we just got married in June.
Okay.
And it's funny you mention that because my dad, Jay, tells me I give it a year and we'll be expecting.
Good. That's right.
Great baby. So yeah, it's we're thinking about it and planning it as much as we can. And it's kind of one of those things you just do. But
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh, okay. All right.
They're fun.
Awesome.
It's the best thing we did.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one right there, he's going to be a gun guy. He's a gun guy already, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, he's already working in the shop. Yeah.
Well, maybe not that young, but as Franklin Armory was being developed, I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like boxes and stuff. I wasn't touching guns. I just want to be clear.
Sure, right. Sure.
That one there, I make him pick up screws, and the other day I had him. He wants to come in, so if I'm working in the shop and he wants to come in and help, I'll sit him up on the workbench. And the other day I had him holding screws. He's got really good fine motor skills, so I'll tell him like pick up the screw and he'll put it in the hole, and I'll tighten down whatever we're working on. But he likes it. He really enjoys being out in the garage with me.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't keep him out of anything. You know,
that was your son, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say because before I was gonna say good father and son activity. I didn't want to say that if it was your daughter.
Oh
no, that's a son. That's a little boy. He's got jet blonde hair.
Oh, I was gonna say that BabyFace is actually babysitting my kid over there. That's BabyFace.
That's Hank's. Yeah, that's Hank's.
Yeah, that little blonde, blue eye.
The little Aryan boy that we just showed off was Hank's kid. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, I would be a lot skinnier than I am right now if I had to deal with him running around. Man, he's no joke.
My mom's in town for a couple of days, and it takes a lot of stress off letting her help instead of me trying to follow through constantly. Or Marley taking over.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is out of bounds for me to ask, but as the CEO of Bushmaster, what kind of nice machine guns you guys, have in the old corporate safe over there? Got to be some nice stuff. Yeah.
Can I turn my camera though? Because there's something in there I can't show the public.
Oh, okay. All right.
All
right, so we're going to see some stuff. Yeah, you can turn away for a second for the sake of us seeing.
Please. Here, give me a second.
Oh, you're going to actually put something on the camera. Oh, boy.
Getting censored.
This is a first for the podcast. Yeah. Eric's going into the safe.
Have you fired one of the full auto ACRs? Have you had your hands on a Remington one?
We need to get. Okay, hold on. Let me go full screen. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch over here and go full screen. That way Walter even can get to take a break.
Whoa. This is a custom, so that I want to make sure that's clear. Yeah, it's just something I built out. Actually, I had one of my armories do it because that's what you get to do when you're the boss. But this is what happens if we have an intrusion. I have this, so it's a little same thing as kind of what I was showing you guys. But a little bit of combination of what Bushmaster has to offer. Little suppressor integrated handguard.
Is that the Mutta 2 that's in there, or that's a different can? Okay, so you got a handguard that can actually fit under there. That's cool. Well, that can fit under. Yeah. Is that a regular handguard that can fit under? I don't think so.
No, this is actually not our handguard. But it worked out with the suppressor, so I kind of did it that way. But the rifle is one of our machine guns. Or sorry, no, this is not the machine gun. However, this is just one of our demo guns that I turned into office defense gun if I need it.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, nothing super special, but it works for the purpose.
All right, very nice. Are you putting the little blue tape back on there again? Are you going to show us some more stuff? Or
right there. In my office, unfortunately, I'm limited by space. I'd bring a BA-50 in here. I know we talked about it, but go in depth on that. But no, that's a cool rifle too. I'm trying to think. You guys are just waiting for me to pop an ACR to that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. I mean, you look like you want to do it, Eric.
I wish I could, but it's not.
We're not. We would never put peer pressure on you for any reason. We're just not those kinds of people that would all of a sudden start showing off old school Bushmasters, expecting maybe, Oh, Walter's showing off. Look, Walter looks like he's. I don't even know what round that is.
You guys, when you bought the IP for Bushmaster, did you get any data with it? Like, if I were to give you a serial number, are you able to look when it was manufactured, or is that all gone?
Good question.
No, I'm curious because
it's a good question.
IP purchase.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we collected some data my director of operations, he is a total like geek. Like I like guns, but this guy like goes engineer geek, and he collected some data along with some other information we were able to
And what's his
acquire.
name and his phone number so we can call
I
him
don't.
whenever
I'm
we need to?
Jesus Christ, gents. I'm just asking.
You can give it to us offline. You don't have to give it to us right now while we're live on air, but might be a nice
Well, his name is
resource.
Chris, and
Okay.
he's a great guy. He knew a lot of Bushmaster history, and he compiled some information again along with some other information we received from just ownership from prior owners. Again, I wasn't in charge this time, so I'm not 100% sure. However,
hmm
we have some information, so it's a hit or miss type deal. If you
Yeah.
have like an L, we could probably tell you if it's pre or post banned, like the serial number starting with an L. Other information like what we currently producing, obviously we have that information. If you go to, I think it's Bush, so obviously Bushmaster.com, but if you go to the support help desk, frequently asked questions, serial numbers.
Hmm.
You guys familiar with what the Carbon 15 was?
Yeah.
Potentially could be.
Walt's got one, right?
Yeah, I thought Walt had a Carbon 15 somewhere. Yeah.
Um,
Because
so,
he's
yeah,
because he's hand holding, I think he can't necessarily take. I don't know if he has it over there.
I'm hands free right now, but it's someplace I have to dig it out. So
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
we get a lot of customers asking questions, because they pick up an old Bushmaster.
hmm
There's if you can look where it was manufactured, that really tells you a large part of when it was made. So, like Ilion, New York, was around 2011 to 2014.
hmm
Huntsville, Alabama, or sorry, I might have got there. Huntsville, Alabama, 2014 to 2019. So there's certain tidbits of information that will help us kind of figure out at least a gauge of where and when it was created. But unfortunately, we didn't get data. Like,
Yeah.
hey, here's what was manufactured. It was
hmm
just an IP purchase, so we just got rights to the brand.
That's a shame.
all the
It's a shame that
all the info on pre-ban stuff's out on the internet.
Yeah, but every now and then you get a
Yeah,
customer that needs
it's
more.
that the
the
cutoff
ACR
dates on
Okay, go Walt.
serial
hmm
numbers and stuff. That's all out there on the internet. Yeah.
the ACR stuff is crazy because it's Remington and Bushmaster at the time didn't release hardly any, so like nobody in the public at least knows how many ACRs were actually even produced. There's only kind of guesses on the internet, but like nobody really knows for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not a bad idea to make a database, even though that might exist already on the internet. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if the new Bushmaster, wants to get into all of that. I don't know what the legal ramifications or anything. Are you guys doing any kind of repairs for people, or are you referring them somewhere else?
Well, if obviously we warranty our product, so if
hmm
there's an issue, which rarely there is, however, human error is still a thing.
hmm
We obviously warranty them. We definitely can. I mean, if someone's got an older Bushmaster that needs work, we're happy to do that for a fee. But
hmm
we usually try not to touch firearms that we didn't manufacture for liability reasons.
hmm Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess that side of it is just a thing that maybe would be better served by the community. I don't know, but
Hey, if you got
ultimately
an
you
old
want to keep.
Bushmaster that's not working correctly, chrome vanadium arm, just send it my way. I'll get you fixed up.
There
I was
you
about to say, driving
go.
like Patrick,
I have
the opportunity like that.
Yes.
That's right. I have that. This is an interesting one. I have that. What is it? The Stoner 63 out there, made by Robinson Arms. That's one that's going to be a huge pain in the butt, but I'm going to get it fixed for the guy eventually.
hmm Yeah, I think. What about parts? Is that like do you get a lot of requests for replacement parts and things like that, or you know?
We do, and there's some things that unfortunately we just don't manufacture anymore, so we can't replace. But I mean,
hmm
we sell parts, we carry parts, and any mil spec parts we definitely have. And magazines are, well, that's more of a commodity, not a part. But yeah, just basic AR-15 parts. We sell kits and whatnot, and we always try to help out the customer. If there's a part that they can't get from us, we try to get them a very solid contact, or maybe Gunbroke or something has it. We find it and send that information their way.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why you see so many, questions and comments about it, because for whatever reason, Bushmaster, I don't know, maybe Walter understands why, because I came late into the game. I came into the game around 2012, 2013-ish. But Bushmaster has a name. I mean, I wouldn't put it above Colt, but it's really close. Right?
Bushmaster was, as far as I understood it, back in the day, Bushmaster was the everyday man's AR-15. Like, if you wanted something, it was either Bushmaster, DPMS, or Colt was really all you could get. Olympic, which
Arms.
Olympic was rough.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across an Olympic Arms ever.
I have worked.
yeah,
I've had worked
that's
on
because
one.
that's because you haven't been around that long. That's why.
Right.
I've worked
okay.
on one, and it was a real turd. That one in particular was of the generation.
Yeah,
when Olympic was real shit.
It just depends. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've seen old Bushmaster stuff where the anodizing wasn't that great on it. But that was kind of the what thing is. I mean, old Bushmaster, not Freedom Group, not old Bushmaster. So it just depends. You know, everybody has expectations that everything older is better, and it necessarily was. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it really came down to you either bought a Colt or you bought one of the other brands, and Bushmaster was like the top of those other brands at the time.
yeah, the whole reason.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them. I mean, I used to get the catalogs and did in mail order, all that stuff. You know, that thing called mail order, like a rotary phone.
Yeah.
You know.
So Eric, they had that back in the days. The old dudes, like, we actually used to like see things in what they call the catalogs, and then
well, people could actually write their name in cursive. They could actually write their name in cursive. Yeah.
You actually put money in the mail. You put a check, a money order.
They could actually fill out a check. Wow.
Yeah.
It's still so. I will fully say that it being so. Eric, I'm 36. I'm a little bit older than you, but not by much. The idea of like mailing a check off, and then a couple weeks from now,
isn't that weird to you guys? That has to be weird. Come on.
Show up. It is very weird to me. Like
You
don't get tracking. Yeah. You don't get to know when it's what day it's going to be here. It's just like, I hope they got the check, and I hope it'll show up.
Well, you know what though? I mean, you didn't have people stealing everybody's money. You didn't have people stealing everybody's identity. You didn't have 3/4 of the scams that go on now.
That's
back
true.
then.
Yeah, and the American. Let me just say this: the U.S. Post Office used to be good in the olden days.
I made lots. I can't even tell you how much money I made off of a 3 or 4 line shotgun news ad with a PO box. You'd be surprised how much.
Showed up.
Yeah,
I've made probably a few $100,000 from it. So, and it was so simple, you know. But now it still is simple, but it's a different type of simple. And what happens if the interweb goes down?
I had a customer drop off 2 SIGs and a high power that he wanted some work done on. And then 2 days later, I got a text like, "Hey man, I'm going to be in town this weekend. You think you're going to have it ready for me?" And I was like, "Bud, I haven't even opened the boxes yet. They're still sitting in the safe. I'll let you know when they're ready." Like,
everybody thinks everybody's Amazon. You know, and the real world is not Amazon. To be honest with you, I mean, it's not.
Yeah, Eric, when you were in the Marines, did they teach you how to use a thing that people used to call the telephone? Did they make you probably had to use it once or twice, huh?
Telephone.
Yes.
Phone?
No. It actually had a cord. It actually had a
corded telephone.
Landline?
Yes.
I think I still have a landline, by the way.
Huh?
I think my parents still have a landline. I believe they do. It never gets
Well, we have
answered,
a-
but it's like an emergency purpose landline.
We got
have a
ranch
landline
out
'cause-
landline there too.
Say that
They
again,
got
Eric.
here.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a ranch in California where I was just there this past weekend doing some deer hunting. I'm a lifetime hunter for California.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God we have a landline because it's so remote.
Yep.
You don't get cell service and you're an hour and a half from the nearest hospital. So if something happens, and that's from the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're usually out in the woods like 10 miles deep. So
No, there's still places in America people have to have old school stuff like that, like a landline, and
Well, there's
it's the-
things called alarms and stuff like that, Hank.
Okay,
We were
Right.
we were talking
Yeah.
today about
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Hank, I don't know if you sent this to us or not, but AOL is winding down their dial-up service finally.
Really?
Like this end of this year or something. The AOL dial-up will be gone forever.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's still,
yeah.
That's still.
It's still available. You can
This
still use
AOL, I
dial-up.
know there's still AOL Mail, right? Or what is it called?
Yeah, so they have a website and you can still get a domain, like an email address from them.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people who still somewhere in this country pay for a modem dial-up AOL subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically are telling them, like, it's
Bing,
over,
bing,
we're
bing.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done, it's over, no more.
Well, actually, I saw this. There's a lot of things saying that younger folks, I know we're like teasing Eric a little bit, but the younger people are going back to analog. So, like my son moved out, our older son moved to California, and he's going back to analog. He's been buying CDs and DVDs and stuff like that.
It's nostalgic. It's nostalgic.
It's not only
Why
that,
did-
there's a big problem with, and Hank, you've probably seen this. The movie comes out, there's a certain soundtrack or there's certain things, and then it gets re-released on a streaming service and they make changes to it. And it's not the original content.
Yeah.
And you can't get the original movie that you wanted to see without the modifications unless you have the DVD.
Yeah. Or he
Hey,
he said they completely take away certain movies, for example, and you
Yes,
cannot.
there's
Yeah.
stuff you can't get.
Yeah.
What about this
Like-
scam? That you buy a movie online, you don't physically own anything.
You don't own
You
it.
don't
You own a
physically
license
own the
to
damn
use it.
thing.
Yep. And they can remove
And
it at
then,
any point.
so what happens if they get rid of all that? Well, oh my God, my movies are gone. It's like you physically don't own anything. It's like
Yeah. I think, Eric, you were trying to say something. What were you saying, Eric?
Oh, I was going to say, and I might be highlighting Walt a little bit here, but they had records back in the day. We still have
Yeah.
record players, and people buy them.
yeah.
So there is a nostalgic sense to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
In
I've
Walter's
noticed-
time, they had like a special bird that came down on the record player. As it was going around, it put its beak on the.
Always the wise ass.
That was a small jab. He poked you, man.
One thing I've noticed with all the plastic pistols, polymer, whatever you want to call it, I think there's been a resurgence in interest in a completely metal gun.
Oh, I love them.
I think a lot of younglings, a lot of younger folks, never before they never touched a whole metal gun. It's always been like a Glock or something like that.
Yeah, you got 10 seconds.
You get your hands on a Smith and Wesson, it's like 6906, and it's all metal. It's like oh my God, the lights come on, boom.
Yeah, yeah.
I worked on the other day. I worked on a 5904 for a customer, and it's just like, this thing feels really good in the hand. I don't own one, and maybe I should pick one up.
Yeah.
Real quick, we were talking about the Carbon 15, and Walt, it sounds like Walt, you own one or two?
I have one, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's told you, don't clean it with, again, not manufactured by us, prior Bushmaster, but keep oil away from it, because it will just get, or like a solvent, sorry, wrong way. Keep like a solvent away from it, because the oil in the plastic gets absorbed by it, and it makes it brittle.
Oh, really? Okay,
So,
so
like, no hoppies. Don't use hoppies number 9 on it.
Yeah, I was thinking oil the other way. No, it gets absorbed by the plastic, or the polymer rather, and makes it brittle, and it breaks, obviously. But
Oh, really?
otherwise it works.
Oh.
No.
Hadn't heard that. Hadn't heard that.
Okay,
Walt,
that's
Walt got his from from what, Century You Fix 'em for like nothing at all.
Yeah. Well, it was like three something, and I said, "Damn, a carbon 15 for 300 something bucks." So I remember back in the day when those guns came out, they were expensive. There was nothing cheap about them, and so I picked it up, and I had to do a little messing with it, but thing runs great. If you like, if you like the 7-inch
Weird.
barrel, they are. You know, it's
Yeah, weird stuff.
yeah. I think it looks good.
oh
Yeah.
no, it's fun to shoot. It's just you know, it's just brutal.
It's weird.
Each gun
Yeah.
has a purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was the purpose of the carbon 15 pistol was to beat the band. That's what
That's
the
it.
purpose of the carbon 15 pistol was. Yeah,
Mhm.
and they did it. So
Yeah. Listen, I think. Oh, wait. Yeah, you're good. We definitely hit the 9 o'clock hour. I think we harassed Erik for this entire time, but I had a good time. I hope you did, Erik.
oh, look what I found.
Oh,
It really.
oh
is a
boy.
pleasure being your guest, and
Hang on a second, I gotta
I had
pick
a
this
lot
thing
of
up
fun.
for this.
Yeah. Hold on. Walt's
Finger right.
Walt's showing off the gun.
If I can go the right way. 'Cause this is ass backwards
way.
with his phone.
Here we go.
All I'm
Yeah,
saying
there
is
you
that
go. There you go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had to put my own buffer tube on the back that we make, but aside from that, it's all a band gun. So, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Basically, it looks a lot like a Bones gun, like what they used to call Bones. Stripped down, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because the weirdest thing that during the ban, you couldn't have a handguard on a gun this small. I couldn't have a handguard on an AR pistol because it was too scary, so they just left it off. And
Yeah.
the muzzle brake doesn't have threads; it attaches like an air tool
Yeah.
with the fitting. You push a certain way and it pops off. So every time they throw an obstacle up, somebody comes up with a better idea. So
Yeah.
yeah, carbon 15. I
Now,
like it.
did we ask Erik when Bushmaster is making carbon 15s again? Just for the just to be official on the record.
Gosh, I want to say some stuff, but I can't.
It's all good, man.
We've thought about it, okay, and it's an interesting project, and that's
Yeah.
all I can say. We're not going to tease too much, and we're going to make sure we got our products working and everything squared away before we let the world know. So,
Yeah.
but we're working on stuff, and that's important. So, if I can leave the viewers with anything, it's that.
Yeah, I think you guys are being responsible with it. I understand that. I would rather see Bushmaster as a name continue to exist in the world. And then, even if it takes time for us to get some of those cool things, or if we never get them. If we never get them, you had them at one point, and you can always collect and enjoy and treasure those. But, that's just the way of life. But I think you've been very fair, and I know I've had a good time hanging out with you here. I hope you'll come back on and hang out with the folks or show us things as new things come out and all that kind of stuff. Maybe even, if you get a chance, come down to jolly old Florida over here, do some shooting with us. I don't know if we can all come up to Nevada.
Nevada.
But if I could arrange it, I would do it just so we can get into your safe and shoot some machine guns. But
well, if you're ever in the area, we'll have to facilitate it, and likewise, I appreciate the invite down there.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's what I'm going to do. One, I want to thank the audience for hanging out with us. If you guys have questions and all that kind of stuff, I'll get from Erik how you can reach out and communicate with them, as well as we're going to get that here from Walter and Patrick also. So just let me know. But big thanks for everyone for hanging out here with us. Don't forget, we do have the video on the 22 ARC pistol from Bushmaster. It's on YouTube. It got turned on around 1:30, I think, this afternoon. So you guys can go check it out. We had a good time shooting it. Some good info in there, I think. So let me start with, I'll come to you last, Erik. I'll start with actually Patrick, so far as letting the folks know how to follow you and all that kind of stuff.
Chrome, Vandium Arms, if you are looking to get some work done, we are backed up a little bit. It is getting busy, but I can always make room for any more projects you got. Send them my way. Give me an email or a call. We are full on Cerakoting now. Picked up a new oven over the weekend, so we are taking on Cerakote projects. Beyond that, BabyFace P on YouTube, baby_face P on Instagram. I do have a Sten Mark V that's going to get worked on here soon. I just don't know when. We're going on vacation next week, so I don't know if I'm going to get started. I'll probably get started on it after that.
Yeah, and that, by the way, that Cerakoting oven was officially delivered by Electrons through a Cybertruck.
Worked great. That was good.
Yeah. Okay, Walt.
Yes, Safety Our Firearms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the good old-fashioned telephone. If you look on the website, there's a telephone number. Don't be scared of the telephone. You get a lot of things done a lot faster with a telephone. A lot faster. Yeah,
And a very real person.
Page,
very real person will answer that phone.
yeah. Don't get mad if you write me a 3 paragraph thing and I answer yes and no.
Yeah, I don't have time for all of it all day long.
And then there's Stenparts, stenparts.com, the website, and once again, telephone order is the best way to do it. One of the best ways. And then there's Dirt Foot Racing. I do mini bikes too, Eric, like off-road type mini bikes. So there's Dirt Foot Racing, and I've been putting some new content up there, getting ready to get my one of my bikes back up all completely finished, and then I'm going to be selling some mini bikes if anybody's looking for some. So anyways, that's it.
Very cool. I think Eric was probably riding bikes before he could probably walk, knowing the family he grew up in.
I was doing flat track at 3 years old.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow. All right.
Mini moto.
Huh?
Mini supermotos. I
Yeah.
Me and Jay, we raced mini supermotos. Sorry, I'm getting delay. I keep talking over you. But we raced mini supermotos. So
cool.
Yeah. Very cool. Like I said, man, it was great having you here. I forgot to ask you about if you guys are working on some Bushmaster apparel and paraphernalia, stuff like that. Yeah, some swag, some Bushmaster magazines, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we probably don't have a lot of time to get into that, but maybe next time when you come on, we'll get into it.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say thank you very much for the opportunity to come on, and it's been awesome, a lot of fun. If I can tell your viewers where to check us out, so we're at bushmaster.com, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that. So again, like Walt said, if you guys pick up a phone, we'll pick up, and it's not a robot or AI. So yeah, check us out, and love to hear what you'd like to see next from Bushmaster.
Awesome. All right, thanks everyone. Eric, stay right there. Let me go through ending this right now. We'll see you guys next Monday. Big thanks to everyone for hanging out with us. We're out of here. See ya. Peace. Let me hit the